Hello and welcome back. This is Grillenheimer. I'm in an undisclosed location. He's already got his stuff in here. Cool. Anyway, let's just go back through what I've done so far. Even though I've already shown them, but I've got some names now. This is the Honda, I think it's a 2019-2020 Honda Civic. And despite the inconsistencies, I'm just going to leave it as it is. This is Tempo. Now, this was the second bot form I did. I'm not keeping it, though I do like it. I like them both. I really like them both. But I'm going to go with this. This is going to be Tempo. These are all in pencil. Nothing's pinned yet. I've just been creating. So he's going to be... I came close to using... Velox, Spihat, Schneller, Nitez. I was really looking at some European, other language type words for speed, fast, sleek, Latin, German, whatever, Polish, and kind of Americanizing it to turn it into a name for the character. But I just went with Tempo. It's just something felt right about it. So he is going to be Tempo, and you can see over here, you know, I've shown some of this before. Let's just keep going. And this is Inner Q. This is going to be Inner Q. The one Quintesson, and it will be on a regular size character card. Here is his bot mode. Pretty darn ugly. This was a failed face attempt over here with like a beard, and this came into just a mustache kind of looking thing. Guns flip out on the sides. We went over him pretty good. Let's keep going. Oh, had these a little out of order. This was not exactly what I wanted to come up with, but I was trying to come up with something new, something different, something kind of a weaponish, mobile weapon looking thing, and something that could be a battle master. And I was thinking that something that would float, something that you know, bots could ride on, something that had guns on it. And he ended up, let's see what's next. Okay. And here's the final here. What did I call this guy? What did I call this guy? And my son got an electric scooter for Christmas. I feel like I'm hearing something. I got headphones on, but and it is a Decepticon. It is a Decepticon Battle Master. Let me see here. And I racked my brains on naming this thing. I came up with using quad, cannons, whatever. Nothing, 8 arms, 6 arms. I'm thinking, well, we already have a 6 shot. We already have this, and it looks a little like Fix-It, a little like kind of a bit of a head somewhere between Kickback and a few others. And you know, I mean, you can kind of tell what's what. You know, this would probably flip to the side and stick out on the sides. This would flip around. No, right. That would come down. That's right. This is his legs. Here's the wings. Here's the front side, but the front side would flip back down. And then that's right. This little piece. Well, actually, it doesn't turn around, but I turned the symbol around. That's what I did. And I really tried to make him look like a cheap little toy, kind of like a Generation 2 or something along those lines. Up next is SLVRBLT. This, you know, a lot of videos that I do, I'm in one of my cars. One of them is a Chrysler Town and Country, and it is, well, old. We really need a new car. I kind of got my wife into Beast Wars. She wasn't a big fan, but she watched it with me. She tolerated it to where she even said she liked the music of Beast Wars. And so we had, there we go, had gotten this, we knew we were having a kid, our lives were changing, and we needed a bigger van, or she wanted a bigger vehicle. And so we got a Chrysler, let me not use my finger and use something else. And we got a Chrysler Town & Country. And these are my sketches as to how I was going to do what, and I really liked the head I came up with. It looks familiar, but I can't place it. And I was really wanting to show off the double doors, the sliding door, the front doors, the back and everything. And so my wife, because of her tolerating Beast Wars and watching the whole series with me, probably twice, if not 3 times, wanted to name, if we ever paid for a tag, it would have been SLVRBLT, based on Silverbolt from Beast Wars. So, with that in mind, here is a new character based on our on a Chrysler Town & Country minivan. I got to fix the tire so it doesn't look like he's got a flat. And I thought, hey, if I make it really big, I won't have to draw the whole thing. Here's his bot mode. And you can kind of have an idea. It's supposed to be the Town & Country. It's pretty darn close. I put because of the name, I thought, hey, let me give him a beast, the maximal symbol on there for a change. You can see the sliding door and the 2 front doors right there. There should be a sliding door on the back side too. I might try to stick that in there. I don't know. I might get too busy. And where the tag down here really should be down here, but I just moved it up into the window just for the heck of it. Things move around when they transform anyway, right? So, and you can let's go in a little closer, because once I shrink all this down, you're not going to be able to see any of this anymore. There's the SLVR, and then down here is the BLT, Silverbolt. So, bringing Silverbolt in a very unusual way to the card game before we get the official Beast War characters. Will I make him an Autobot? Probably so. Just to keep in line with the current card game, and it's just my own characters anyway. But he doesn't look half bad. Pretty detailed while trying to be, honorable to the cartoony way, cartoony look and everything. So, I think we have one left. Okay, this character's name is going to be Copper. He's a revered historian because he's been on... Wait a minute. I gave this guy some personality. I gave him some personality. I was trying to figure out how this thing would transform, where its head would come out, where the arms and the fists and the legs and everything. Can you tell what this is or what it's going to be? It should be fairly obvious. We've never had again, I've made another building to where he would be in alt mode for so long, you would not know it was a Transformer. And I based this on a real one. His name is Copper. And I even put on here that this would be moved up. It would be added somewhere. This is rock, or looks like rock. And it would duplicate. Does it enlarge? Is it the feet? I started asking myself questions to get an idea of how this thing is going to look. What am I doing? Where are things moving to? And the main question we need to pose is, which is what I think Age of Extinction was really trying to confirm, is that, you know, a lot of people didn't like, but it did make a type of sense. They just named it something stupid. That just because a transformer looks like a car doesn't mean it's made out of our material. Just as if a transformer, say, turns into a water tank doesn't mean it's made out of our material to be a water tank or a lighthouse, etc., etc. If a transformer looks like it's wooden, it doesn't mean it's made out of wood. You get the picture? So here we go. Here's copper. And this is based on the, oh crap, I can't read it from here. He's based on the Glade Creek Grist Mill. Glade Creek Grist Mill. Here we are. And this is nothing but pencil. I hope I can do this justice when I pin it. And here's the wood coming around on top of the mill wheel. This is rock, or supposed to look like rock anyway. This will duplicate. You have the house. There's a door here, and it was real. I couldn't see the whole thing on the internet picture that I used. Thank you for, well, I didn't ask to use it, I must admit, but you know, it's just barely a likeness. It's not the photo. It's just sort of my best shot at trying to draw it. He's probably one of the better ones that I've drawn this whole time. I made him look big. We have a pretty good vantage point. He's looking straight at you while being at an angle. Here's the Glade Creek sign sticking up in the back. This, would be going this way. You can see what's what. This is the roof right here. This is supposed to be the roof up here with the shingles. He's got shingles down there. We just can't help that. And I was really thinking like the Sentinels of the old TV show, but he ends up looking somewhere between like Ultra Magnus and Omega Supreme, with a little bit of that Sentinel look. Well, Omega Supreme was taken from the Sentinel idea of the cartoon anyway. He was just smarter than them. He was not a drone. But I gave this guy a little personality, and I almost did not do this way. I was listening to the soundtrack to the opening of Ark the Lad, the game from the PS1 that Working Designs brought out. I think it was the opening. And so you can see where I was trying to make this look like rock. This was going to be much more robotic looking, but something about the Ark the Lad, the symphonic opening of that is just wonderful. I ended up drawing this instead, and I really like it much better. Probably one of the better, maybe not the best, but one of my better bot drawings I've done in a while. But yeah, you can see where that one little rock face duplicates. The feet come out, and this is, I don't know what it is. It's robotic. And this is supposed to be like the bottom half of the house here. The middle house part of the house is this here. This is the front, this front part here where the hands come out. So, and I took some liberties. It's not, exact, but what's what. And then, this even helps with the sign sticking out the top of the right shoulder. That when he transforms, he doesn't transform often. He cannot stand the wheel turning when he's in robot mode. So that's why, and I really didn't know what to do with the hand, basically. I really didn't. But this sort of turned out, and it gave him a little personality where he can't stand the wheel turning. So he's holding onto the wheel to keep it from spinning. And I had some other ideas. I forgot what. But he likes, he's a loner. He doesn't like a lot of noise, but he loves the nature, blah, 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 blah. And there was something else, or was it? I can't remember. I should have written it down, but I had a little bit of lore, little history, and because he transformed and took on the shape of a grist mill, gives you an idea of how old he or how long he's been in the country or been on Earth. It's been a while. He doesn't look like a car, a vehicle, a helicopter, a motorcycle, whatever. You could say a lot of these characters that I've created are a little more based on old Americana style in a way. Lighthouses, boats from 50, 60 years ago, gristmill, etc. Vintage cars. And I got a few newer cars. And I was wanting to do a really souped up car, but I may stop with this. If I do anything, I might do, I don't know. I got to start inking all this, start coloring it and shrinking it down. But I want to shrink it down, inked, and then color it. Remember my process. So I've gone 16 minutes. Thanks for watching. I really wanted to get y'all up to date that I have been busy. I have not forgotten. And I really wanted to give y'all a decent update. But this is based on a real grist mill. I think this was the last guy. Let me check. Yeah, that's it. That's it. He's it. So we got, and his name is Copper. And we got SLVRBLT, which is right here. Oh, I'm sorry. This guy's name is Raider Gunstick. Raider Gunstick. That's just stuff. And then we have InterQ. So we have him. And then we have Tempo, the Honda Civic. So that's all I've got. And, well, I'm not done yet. Redrew the Spidabots. I've got one Demicon redrawn, which is what started this whole domino effect. So I want to finish redrawing the Demicons, and I want to finish redrawing the alt mode and bot modes of the Satilicons. But I may not redraw their combined mode. If I have the energy to do it, we'll see. Today is New Year's Eve. I hope y'all had a great holiday, great Christmas, whatever you celebrate. I hope you stay up late and have fun and be safe. Have a blessed night, and we will, excuse me, I swear I haven't been in the liquor cabinet. I don't have one. And we'll see you next time.